Hello legal hustlers. In this video we will see the Indian Rebellion of 1857, which was a pivotal moment in Indian history, marking the end of the Mughal Empire and the beginning of British rule. Introduction. The Revolt of 1857, also known as the First War of Indian Independence, was a significant event in India's history. It began in Meerut on May 10, 1857, and lasted for almost 2 years. The revolt was a result of various political, economic, social, and military factors. Background. The East India Company's increasing control over India's political and economic affairs resulted in resentment among Indians. The introduction of new laws and policies that went against Indian customs and traditions also fueled the discontent. The annexation of various Indian states by the British and the use of the doctrine of lapse further fueled the anger. Spark of the revolt. The revolt was sparked by the introduction of the Enfield rifle and the arrest and punishment of Indian soldiers who refused to use it. The soldiers rebelled and were joined by civilians and other Indian soldiers. The revolt spread quickly throughout northern and central India. Major events. The revolt saw various significant battles and events, such as the Siege of Delhi, the Battle of Lucknow, and the Battle of Jhansi. The British eventually regained control, and the revolt was suppressed. The revolt resulted in significant changes in British policy towards India. Let's see. Causes of the Revolt of 1857. Military causes. The introduction of the Enfield rifle, which required soldiers to bite off the end of a cartridge that was greased with animal fat, caused outrage among Hindu and Muslim soldiers. The Sepoy Mutiny, which began in Meerut, was sparked by the arrest and punishment of Indian soldiers who refused to use the Enfield rifle. Economic causes. The British introduced various economic policies that favored British trade and commerce over Indian industries. The introduction of the permanent settlement system resulted in the loss of land by Indian peasants. The imposition of high taxes and the exploitation of Indian resources further damaged the Indian economy. Political causes. The British policy of annexation and the use of the doctrine of lapse resulted in the annexation of various Indian states. The lack of representation of Indians in the British administration also fueled the resentment. The introduction of new laws and policies that went against Indian customs and traditions further angered Indians. Social causes. The British introduced various social reforms that went against Indian customs and traditions, such as the abolition of suttee. The introduction of the English language and education system resulted in a divide between the educated elite and the rest of the population. The discrimination against Indians in areas such as employment and social status also contributed to the revolt. Impact. The revolt resulted in a shift in British policy towards India, with the end of the East India Company's rule and the beginning of direct British rule. The revolt also resulted in significant changes in Indian society, with the introduction of various social and economic reforms. The revolt is considered a significant event in India's struggle for independence. Conclusion. In conclusion, the Indian Rebellion of 1857 was a complex and multifaceted event, with deep roots in Indian history and British colonial policies. By exploring its origins and underlying causes, we can gain a better understanding of this pivotal moment in Indian history. Thank you for watching. We're thrilled to have you here and hope that you find our content informative, engaging, and entertaining. Be sure to like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to join us for further updates.